chicken. I'm just gonna be my classic self and say I have no real plan to this chicken. I made a nice butter earlier. The butter's gonna go under the skin. I'll show you that. Like, people always do whatever with their chicken. I'm gonna show you what I do with my chicken. Alright, so at the first part of this, I'm gonna find whatever spot I can find. Flip this thing around. And I'm just reaching under the skin, and I'm separating it. Wear gloves, or be gross. I don't know what to tell you. Wash your hands. Yeah. Separating the skin a little bit so I can fit some butter underneath. You know, we're getting into some skin division right here. We don't want to break the skin, and if we do that, you know, too bad, we failed. But I haven't done that yet. I'm gonna reach down here, make sure this is all separated. You know what I need in my life? I need a good ice cream scoop, and I left it at work, I think. I have no idea where I left it to be. It could be in the trunk of my car. Do you mind going and... Do you want to go check the trunk? No. We're not going to go check the trunk of my car. Instead, we have an oversized ice cream scoop. Let's compensate for a lack of personality. Big ice cream scoop, small personality. And that's all I need. That should be more than what I need. We're gonna get really weird and just stuff butter wherever we can and smear it like it's our job, because where I work it kinda is. You see there's some butter right here. Do you enjoy that? It's very nice. It's very buttery. We're gonna try to work some of this butter down to the thighs. Get them thighs nice and a little bit of butter in there. And we're gonna take some of this butter that's stuck to our hands. And we're gonna keep pushing butter around. We're just gonna kind of try to smear it around. We're gonna do the same thing to the outside, have no worry, dear children. One pain in the butt thing to do is I needed, just in case, to be able to access this spot, which meant I couldn't twine wrap it at first. Because it's buttery, it's not gonna be the easiest thing to twine wrap, but still, it's doable. You'll see, like, it's possible. Just gonna get some butter in the inside. So we're gonna make a little starter knot. I'm gonna tie that guy around the leg. I'm gonna tie that guy in a double knot around the leg. I usually use more string than I need. And then people are like, wow, Alex, that's a lot of string. And I'm like, yeah, it is, thanks. I've just gone around the bird. If I had like 3 cameras, I'd show you. Maybe I'll get some more cameras. But this is a decent demonstration to what's happening. I think, at least. Get you all nice and rounded off here. What you need for your chicken to make your chicken taste good, besides a garlic butter, which if you don't have garlic butter, just use garlic powder or mince some garlic, I don't know, is salt. And people's chicken's never salty enough, and I can taste it, and to you I say, why do you cook? Why do you cook and not taste for salt? I salt at almost every point that I can. I like to keep things salty. You know, I like to make fun of people. That's how salty I am. We're gonna drop our little peppercorns in there. I kind of just give them a couple of doots. A couple more doots. A couple more doots. And then I start to just go around in a circle. Now, whether that's correct or not, I don't know. This is something I wasn't taught how to use. I kind of just saw it one day and I was like, I've always wanted one of those. But it gets the job done. Add salt first because it might knock off all your other seasonings when you go to add them. Now, I'm just going to rub in that salt and pepper. It's going to move anyways because, you know, it's on top of butter and the butter's going to re-melt. I don't like things overly peppery, but I also like a decent amount of pepper. And finding the balance ain't easy, but this is how I like my bird to look. Very nice. Very kawaii. Look at my giant chicken. We're gonna throw this chicken in at like 3:45. I'm making this chicken for tonight's dinner. No, it's just gonna be a nice chicken and gravy sandwich. A messy, lovely chicken and gravy sandwich. And whether you see that or not, it's a different thing, but I'll at least show you me making a gravy, yeah? Alright, I'm gonna take roughly 3 tablespoons of that butter, and then like 4 tablespoons of flour, just to get a little bit of a thicker roux. Cook it for a second, stirring it with a whisk, and then I'm gonna add in some chicken stock. Alright, good. Got my hands a little messy here. This is whipped butter. Again, it's the whipped garlic butter I made. No, but that's roughly 3 tablespoons of butter. Then I'm gonna do roughly 4 tablespoons of flour. If you want to be gluten-free, that's cool. I respect that. You can do a mixture of water, cornstarch, maybe a tad bit of xanthan gum, and you can whisk it in just as slow. I think using an immersion blender works a little better when working with xanthan gum, but yeah. You can do that to keep this gluten-free. Oh, I did not check if I had a whisk. I'm going to start this with just 2. As I figured, I am going to need 4. Kind of figured I introduced... At first I thought, no, you probably introduced too much air to your butter, so you're probably going to need less flour, pal. But, no. I don't know what the right texture would be. I guess I'm looking for... There's bacon fat in this butter, so the flour will react a little bit different. But I'm kind of just looking for it to start to bubble. Oh, I'm gonna add in a little bit of pepper. Alright, now that my flour is nearly fully cooked. Taste test. Oh, that's nice. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to reduce it until I think it's gotten a good amount of water moisture out. Make sure the flavor is nice and dense, right? And then, like I said, at the very end, I'll add back in the chicken drippings. I have this at a medium heat. And I'm just going to let it simmer for a while. Alright, I gotta be quick. I don't want this thing to lose too much temperature. I've just pulled this out of the oven after 20 minutes. I'm going to take my little weird injecting device that I lost the injector for. I'm going to use it to baste my chicken. And it actually, no, it doesn't work bad. It doesn't work great. And I should just have a basting device, but, you know, Lord only knows where that thing went. One more time. Get a little bit in there. Alright, back to the oven. It's got that rizz. Wow. So I'm looking like, I check a bunch of different places because I get really paranoid. Start there. Go down here. Nah, so between the thigh and the breast, we're at 163. I want that area to be 170. Same here, we're at about 162 in the center of the breast. Needs to be at 170. Alright, we're gonna check, see if it's all cooked, you know, if it's got that good flavor. Oh, it looks beautiful. It looks very nice. But is it cooked? Let's play the game. Is it cooked? Get another spot. That's what we're waiting for. It's like what we like to see. Go between the... Oh yeah, we're all fully cooked, baby. Let's go. Very nice. Checking all these weird little spots because I'm a paranoid individual. Very nice. We're all good here. Unless you're from one of those weird states that trusts that you don't have any micro fissures in your hands and they don't expect you to wear gloves, they just expect you to wash your hands. Tell me if you work in one of those states so I can avoid going to where you cook. This is gonna drip out, right? And I don't have a little drip pan, but I'm just gonna catch it and put it back into this pan. Alright, got my little cup. Just gonna get all the juices in there. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this pan and get the edges, but that's what you do to get the edges and get the flavor off. You can also add wine in to glaze the pan, doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to remove the fat from this and put it into my whipped butter mix, because why not? It won't stay whipped now, but that doesn't matter. I reduce and reuse literally everything. If there wasn't so much sediment in this, I would do what I'm doing to the fat, but I would do it to what's underneath the fat. I'm not going to remove all of it because a little bit of fat makes a finished sauce look nice and shiny. There's a name for that that I never cared to learn. There's that. That looks good. And look at that. This is the chunky gravy I was talking about earlier that I let thicken down. And now we're going to loosen it up with the pan drippings. Oh god, that's satisfying. So, chicken, gravy. Now I'm going to turn this into a chicken sandwich with gravy. And I'm going to take bread I didn't make, put it in the toaster, let this chicken rest a little bit longer before I toast bread, slice some thin pieces, put some gravy, probably do it open face maybe, doesn't matter. Just cutting away my little twine wrap here as it rests out. Don't worry, you'll be free in a second. Oh, gotta sharpen this knife too. Gotta sharpen my little paring knife. Can barely cut through the twine, how sad. Perfect, and look, keeps its shape. Still has to rest though. Oh, we're gonna toast our bread, because I like toasted bread. You know, my sandwich deserves to be made of toast. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you toast bread. Let's see if I can get it. I could use a knife that's very inappropriate for such things, but I don't want to. It's an expensive knife. So, big old thigh guy. One of the thigh guys. Got a little breast piece right here. I'm going to see if I can just get the skin off. Skin's like, yes, that felt good. Keep going. Skin piece. Another skin piece. Alright, now we got our little chicken breast here. I'm gonna try to remove the breast and just slice it off of the bone. We got most of it. Oh, my toast is ready. It jump scared me. Breast one. It went off again, that scoundrel. 2 breasts. Don't you get any ideas now. And then I always take the scraps out just like this. And then I just eat the scraps. And like, the more you dig around the chicken, the more you just find these random pieces of meat tucked away. And you're like, wow, I don't see that getting served. Why not? And it's because nobody wants to pay staff to just go through a chicken like this. They normally just throw away the, like, not throw away, they use it for a stock. Alright, guess, can't really tell which way the lines are. There's 2 ways, there's a bunch of ways to cut this. I'm gonna just cut it the way I feel like it so I can get the thinnest pieces. I'm looking for pieces that are thin. Perfect. Skin right there. Now thigh meat, I literally just remove. If I were going to be trying to be clean with this at all, I would have deboned it. I'm just taking out the meat. I'm gonna turn this into chicken sandwich. You know, because I don't have the nicest garnish, I'm gonna do this closed. I'm gonna do a closed sandwich. I don't have any garnishes today. I don't really want to garnish a sandwich that's supposed to be very, very simple. Good amount of gravy underneath. Get the skin pieces. Like that. Do a little bit of an angle to it, because these guys are long. A healthy amount of gravy, or should I say an unhealthy amount of gravy. And then a piece of bread. I'm gonna be a little bit extra unhealthy and add a little bit of dipping gravy. Let's see. Is this as good as I remember it being? I eat healthier bread now. Let's find out. That hits. That hits. You like that, huh? You like seeing me cook chicken? Yeah? And eating the sandwich? Making some gravy, all that? You know what you can do to see that more often? Like, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down, whatever you think. Comment what you want me to cook next. Check back to see if I cook it. Come on. And thank you for watching. Please, have a good day. You know, let me just tuck you in here. Don't sniff my chicken. No, no, no. Oh, oh.